They say the devil hides in the details, but in my neighborhood. The devil wore oversized sunglasses, carried a clipboard, and answered to Karen. She was the self-appointed queen of our HOA, and when she said jump, the board scrambled. To ask how high? I had always kept to myself, never caused trouble, but Karen had made me her personal target. And one day, she took things so far that she nearly ruined her own empire. It started with my yard. I had lived in my home for 7 years, and I loved working on my garden. I grew roses, tomatoes, and even kept a few native plants to attract butterflies. But Karen hated it. She insisted it was non-compliant landscaping. I brushed her off, knowing I hadn't broken a single HOA rule. That's when she escalated. I came home one evening to flashing red and blue lights parked in front of my house. Cops stood in my driveway, hands resting on their weapons. My heart dropped. I hadn't done anything wrong, but Karen had filed a complaint saying I was hostile and possibly armed. I overheard her whispering to an officer, "If they resist, you know what to do? Shoot if necessary." My blood boiled. She had actually told law enforcement to treat me like a criminal just because of a garden, instead of losing my temper. I did what I do best. Dig. Literally. I knew something Karen didn't want others to know. It was buried quite literally in HOA property lines. Months earlier, while working on a drainage issue, I had noticed strange piping in barrels, partially buried under the communal lawn. I suspected it was illegal dumping from years ago, but I never pushed the issue. Now I had a reason. That night, under cover of darkness, I grabbed my shovel and started digging. What I uncovered shocked me. Rusted chemical drums leaking into the soil. The next morning, I called the county environmental office. Within 48 hours, investigators swarmed the property. Tests confirmed that hazardous waste had been buried right under Karen's perfectly trimmed lawn. And the kicker, cord showed. Karen's husband's old construction company was responsible. When the truth came out, Karen's shoot, if they resist bravado, disappeared. The HOA faced massive fines, her family business was exposed, and she was stripped of her position. On the board, as for me, my garden still blooms. It's untouched and admired by the same neighbors who once cowered under Karen's rule. The devil had been exposed. All it took was a shovel. Asterisk, this story is just the beginning. There is so much more ahead. Subscribe to the channel to join me on this journey.